Guys, I wanted to share something with you today. Actually, just on a whim, stopped by one of the international markets here in town. This is in Virginia Beach. Sometimes I see the certain fruits there and stuff that catch my attention, but this time around, for some reason, they had a lot of good stuff. So I went ahead and bought some cool items. Let's take a look at what we got. These are Lychees. So they don't, this is not too uncommon for the international grocery stores to get around here. Luckily, this is a pretty diverse community around here, the Tidewater area. There's a lot of military. So there's, a lot of diversity for the military, the folks there. And so we get to be able to sustain certain, like, grocery stores like this locally. Some places, like my buddy in Kentucky, not as much diversity, I suppose, so they don't get a lot of these different fruits. I guess a lot of people there won't really know what they are, so they probably just don't even bother. This one, I don't really know too much about it. Weird Fruit Explorer, Jared, he showed these. These are tejacote fruit, and I bought some just to try them out. I don't know what they really taste like. I think these are usually processed into like some sort of like a dessert type fruit or dish. But we got these tejocote, and then I got some sapote or sapodilla, right? So these are sapodilla, and hey, if anything, in the past I've gotten these and they've been pretty disappointing because a lot of times they pick them so immature that they don't really ripen correctly. This one is kind of getting soft, so and it has an okay scent to it, so maybe it's ripening okay. I scratched it in the store and it was a little green, but now it looks like, this is only, I got these yesterday, but now it looks like they are, I guess they're ripening okay. So, but if not for the flavor, hey, I got some seeds here to plant. Maybe I can get some rootstock growing and graft that super expensive butterscotch sapodilla. What else we got here? I got this really cool, gnarly looking guava. You got to check this out. Look at this thing. It's just the wildest looking guava. You might imagine. I mean, it couldn't get any more bumpier than it is. So it's right at about a pound. This thing is huge, and it's kind of warty. Looks like a bunch of warts. I don't know if you wouldn't know what this is, it wouldn't look exactly edible, or not edible, appetizing. But we'll try this out. And my favorite fruit out of the whole bunch here are cherimoyas. So these are really a gamble. When I buy them locally, they usually turn out to be, like I said, picked super early, and they're usually just stay hard and never really ripen. Okay, this one, I'm smelling it. It does have the sweet scent to it, so maybe I might have lucked out and got some decent ones, because in the store I was trying to get some that had a little bit of give to it, not were like rock hard. So there's some promise here, and I was looking for the stems, like right here, the area right here, not to be cracked open. So these look good. I actually gathered a bunch of these fruit from my buddy, sent him some too. So we're gonna, I don't know, we're both kind of taking a gamble here and seeing if these are gonna turn out okay. Let's look at the prices. So if you're lucky enough to get these locally in your city, you're gonna see that they are not cheap. So the cherimoyas are $8.99 a pound. That's not too terrible. And then the tejacote is only $1.99 a pound. I normally probably get these in bulk, and then you process them, like you kind of boil them, blanch them and get the skins off, and then cook them with I guess brown sugar until they get real soft. And so those were only $1.99. And then the lychee was $7.99 a pound, which is not actually that bad either. You know, I've seen them a lot cheaper. But there's the lychee. And these are actually usually pretty good when you get them in the little grocery stores. They usually pick them when they're decent. I don't have trouble getting decent lychee fruit. And then that gnarly guava, this was $6.99 a pound. This was actually nearly a pound, so it was $5.52 for this. The sapote were $6.99 a pound. So these two, sorry, these two were, I was the different receipt. These two were $5.80, so it's not that bad as long as they kind of ripen okay. So this is the little international grocery haul here. This particular store is off of Lynn Haven Parkway in Virginia Beach. There's a few of them around. So, oh, one other thing I wanted to show you as a preview. Let me get it out of my fridge. 1 second. So as a preview, I got the infamous durian. So we'll see how this goes. Life in Florida, Airy, she has a channel. I believe she got this same variety that she tried. It looks exactly like this. Hers was like $18. In my local grocery store it was $16.99, so a little bit cheaper. So I'm assuming that this is the same one. She actually had a decent experience with it, yet albeit confusing. This is going to be my first time trying it, even though it's frozen. Maybe I'm saving myself some of the extra weird scents from a fresh fruit. But so this is stored frozen, of course, and then when you thaw it out, it's supposed to be thawed under refrigeration. So maybe tomorrow it'll be ready to go. But this is what I'm looking at, guys. Hey, let's see what happens with this durian, and I'll keep you posted. Alright guys, so bonus footage here. I didn't want to just kind of tease you with the fruits and not really actually try at least one of them. So we'll try 3 of them. I don't know when to eat these tejacote, so I'll just try it now. Lychee, I know that's ready to go. And this guava, it's not going to get any more ripe than this. This is just the way they are, these green ones. Like if you have the pink ones or the yellow ones, you can smell them, and then you can tell that they're getting like super ripe. So these green ones, you just kind of eat them like this, like I guess like an apple or a pear. So we'll start with this kind of unknown fruit to me as far as flavor. Cutting it open. Has a sweet kind of scent to it. I don't think there's hardly any juice in this, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a Brix on it. Surprisingly, the skin is just peeling off. It came off super easy. Let's go ahead and try it. It tastes like a mealy apple with a lot of the flavor removed from it. That's exactly what it tastes like. It tastes like an apple, a super bland apple with no juice hardly, and a slight stringency to it. And you can almost see that it's immediately starting to brown. It has sort of a tropically little flavor to it too, though. It's not bad. just not a whole lot of flavor. It's something I guess you would use in some sort of dessert that you would make. So, nice fragrance. It's just pretty mealy. And something I guess you really just kind of prepare and cook. It's not something you would eat out of hand. But although it's not really that bad, if you're out walking about and you found these, you know, it wouldn't be bad to snack on. So the next thing that would be in line to taste is this guava. The guava, let's get a piece of this out here. Crunchy, no scent really. If you look at it, it's just like I don't know, like a pear, sort of. I bet if I crack this, yeah, it's like crunchy. So there's also not a ton of flavor on this, but it has a nice crunch to it. It's got a little bit of acid to it. I like these a lot. Mild flavor, a little bit of sweet, and it's got a little bit of tart to it, just a little bit, but it gives it a way more complex flavor than this here. So kind of a cool fruit to just kind of bite into and eat, like sort of like an apple. So I guess this would be sort of like the apple of the tropics. So this is really good. And these are a lot different than the pink guavas and the like the Mexican cream guavas. Totally different flavor to it and texture. So the last one, keep things short. This is a lychee. Usually you can just kind of like pop it open. I usually kind of pop it over my teeth, like kind of bite into it. This time I'll just kind of break it like this, and there's going to be some juice coming out of there. These are pretty dang delicious. Let's try at least a Brix on this, because there's enough juice to kind of get a Brix reading on it. Take a peek. This is 18, around 18. Now this has like kind of a harder shell to it that just kind of pops off. I mean, not hard, but it stays intact when you peel it off. It's almost like a zipper peel. Nice scent to it. It has these little kind of folds in it, like I guess it's almost like an embryo of some sort. But there'll be like a black seed in there. These are so good. So I'll bite into it. Very tasty, sweet, complex. It has the balance of the tart and the sweet, but the seed pops out pretty easily, just like that. And then you're left with just eating this. This is good. It has a real soft, melting kind of flesh. It's kind of tangy too, but a lot of sweet to it. Almost citrusy a little bit, not really, more like way more tropical. This is kind of like, this reminds me of langsat. I guess they're in the same family. And those are really delicious too. And Burmese grape are similar to this too, which is one of my top favorite fruits. So, all right, guys. These sapote, I think they need some more time. I'm not going to be able to check these out yet. And yeah, these cherimoya, got to wait on these too. But you've seen, I've done taste tests on these, and then I think I did some on this too, but I've never talked about the tejacote, and I don't think lychee, and like the big green guavas either. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time. Take care, guys.